Welcome, ladies and gents, to February 2018. I do apologize, this video is going to be less high quality than the other monthlies, but that's just because I'm about to hop on a cruise ship and it's either make this or don't make one at all. And instead of my big head, you get Black Reach instead, because it looks cool. So yes, you heard me correctly, I'm going on a cruise ship today and I get back on the 15th of February, so for the first half of Feb there's going to be literally no content. But once I get back, I'll be refreshed as ever and keen to slay the YouTubes. With that said, not much is going to be happening this month because I'm going to be on holiday. And let's get straight into the Q&A. And if you do have any questions you want me to answer, leave them in the comments down below, and I'll hopefully answer them in next month's monthly. So first up, what is your favorite Opeth album? I love Ghost Reveries, even though some people seem to hate on it. No, Ghost Reveries is my favorite Opeth album too. Okay, The Elder Scrolls 6 gets released tomorrow, but Todd Howard gets to molest you. Yes, that's absolutely fine. Does it ever snow in Australia? Yes, but nowhere near me, unfortunately. Actually, no, it's like 2 hours away maybe, Blue Mountains. But most of the time, it's just too hot to even exist. You look like Post Malone and Jon Snow put together. Hey, that's pretty good. Camel, what Daedric artifacts do you want to see in The Elder Scrolls 6? The Daedric Crescent. What are your thoughts on Starfield? Do you think it's real? Something called Starfield exists, or is going to exist, that is owned by Bethesda Softworks, I think? I'm pretty sure Bethesda Softworks is who put through the copyright of the name, but Bethesda Softworks is not Bethesda Game Studios, and Bethesda Game Studios is who we're waiting on a game from. So Starfield could be something produced by any of the studios under Bethesda Softworks, like Arcane Studios, id Software, Machine Games, Tango Gameworks, and there's a couple of others that I can't think off the top of my head right now. But yeah, they put forward the trademark or copyright name for Starfield, so Starfield is something to do with that company. Who knows what it is though, or which studio is going to make a product called Starfield. How old were you when you started playing the Elder Scrolls games? Oof, I think it's probably 12. Yeah, it's probably about 12 when I started playing Morrowind. Can you make a video about liches in Oblivion and why they aren't in Skyrim? Also, what kind of mods do you like to use? Yeah, I'm pretty much nothing's out of the question when it comes to making a video on it in the Elder Scrolls. It's just more about there's 10,000 really good topics to cover, so which ones do I choose? Usually whichever one I feel like making a video on. And what kind of mods do I like to use? I like to use graphical mods. I don't like to change because there's a lot of guides and things like that, so I don't want to change the way the game plays. But if I can make it look a lot nicer, that's brilliant. I have an idea for your Elder Scrolls Detective series. Do you remember the End Times cult back in the Morrowind Tribunal expansion? They knew of the Oblivion Crisis. If it's possible, please figure out how they knew of this. They might have known. I mean, they guessed, is probably what I'm gonna say. They guessed the Oblivion Crisis was coming, and they were right. And then there was hundreds of other people who guessed and were wrong. But of course, people only ever pick up on the ones that were right. They go, how'd they know? Maybe they did know, I don't know. I'd have to revisit that topic, because I haven't played Morrowind for years. Hey Camel, what do you think of The Last Jedi? It was shit, that's what I think. I had to stop Drew from Fudge Muppet leaving the theater twice, because he was like, no, I'm fucking walking out, I'm never touching Star Wars again. It's over. And a friend of mine, Dash Star, who had a YouTube channel based around Star Wars with hundreds of thousands of subscribers, he saw Last Jedi, he quit Star Wars. He's actually quit a Star Wars YouTube channel. That was massive because of that movie. I didn't like it. Why is the Elder Scrolls 6 coming out so late? Because their games take ages to make and they're working on 2 other big projects before they're gonna get to the Elder Scrolls 6. So they got 2 games before it, and then the Elder Scrolls 6, and each of them take 3-4 years to make each. That's a long time. Camel, what's your favorite Metallica album / song? I actually don't like Metallica in any way, shape, or form. Which country's flag am I referring to if I say it is blue and yellow with a cross? Sweden. But neither Todd Howard or Pete Hines said anything about IPs. They just said projects. One of them could be a new engine. No. They're working on 2 new projects that aren't the Elder Scrolls or Fallout, and the only things Bethesda Game Studios does is Elder Scrolls and Fallout. So if it's not Elder Scrolls or Fallout, then it's literally has to be 2 new IPs. And also, no, a new engine is not a new project. Definitely not. Think about it, when they've made engines in the past, have they ever been like, we've made 2 new projects? an engine and then the game that the engine's on. No, they've never said that, ever. No gaming company's ever been like, our new big project, it's a engine. So there's going to be 2 new games from 2 new IPs. Now the IPs could already exist, as it, for example, like Game of Thrones. If they made a Game of Thrones game, that IP already exists. But for Bethesda Game Studios, that's a new IP. They've never made a game in before. So whether it's a brand new intellectual property, or they're making a game in an intellectual property that already exists, well, we'll find out. Hopefully this year at E3. What's your favorite type of beer? Pale ale. What is the music you use in your monthly videos? I'm actually going to look this up right now because I get this asked all the time. There it is. That's the one. Got him. Alright, that's a track called ES_Jungle Walking 2 by Thomas Skylberg. Curse Network, the YouTube network I'm with, they basically have a massive library of music that their partners get to use royalty free in their videos, and that's what this is. It's one of them. I went through like a million songs and I was like, alright, that's good. That's a relaxed song to have in the background. I mean, if that doesn't sound like walking through a jungle, I don't know what does. Do you like Aliens or Dwemer more? Dwemer. Easily. Hey Camel, keep up the good work, love your vids. Could you make a video over the super confusing stuff in the Elder Scrolls like Chim or Kim or whatever the fuck it's called, Kalpas and Lig? If not, have you thought about doing a video on Almeris or the Elnofe? Thanks. I thought about doing videos on everything, that's pretty much it. Before I can make videos on that kind of stuff, I need to understand it myself first. But again, never say never. Great videos, Camel. What is the most annoying thing that has happened to you while playing Skyrim or while making videos? i.e. game breaking, glitches, or crap files? Cheers. Yeah, it'll just be like stuff like, sometimes my computer will freeze, and I've been writing a script for like 6 hours and it hasn't saved, and it's like, or like that shadow issue I had in Skyrim, the shadows just suddenly went to 8-bit, like fucking Nintendo 64 shadows, and I still haven't fixed it. I tried to fix it for about 4 days straight, and I did everything ever. I installed Skyrim on a new computer, and it still had the same issue, but then I went to Fudge Muppet's house, and their shadows were perfect, and I'm like, what the fuck is this? Just, ugh. Premiere Pro breaks all the time. Dude, it's just, I swear, every time I turn on my computer, it's like, here's a new issue that's going to prevent you from working for the next 12 hours. You're like, you motherfucker. Who is the best Elder Scrolls waifu? If you mean actual characters you can marry in game, I don't know. I've actually never married anyone in Skyrim. But if I could marry anyone in the Elder Scrolls, let's go with Almalexia. How do you decide what armor/weapon thing you're going to review on next? I asked this when you make like 3 vids about the Forgotten Vale. Do you go area by area, or is this just a coincidence? Basically, it's like whatever I feel like doing. I'll be like, there's 200 videos to make. Which one comes to mind first right now? And I'll be like, Mayrune's Razor, and then do that. But with the Forgotten Vale, because I went to the Forgotten Vale to do the CCC video for it, I was like, while I'm here, I'm just gonna, like, while I'm here and familiar with the layout of everything, how everything flows, I'm just gonna cover everything here and then never come back, basically. And there's still, I think there's like 4 more guides to do from the Forgotten Vale. Maybe 3 more. I'm not even sure now. 3 I can think of right now. But I'll have to do those once I get back from this cruise. Is your ear really pierced? Yes, it is. Is it only this one? Yep. Anything else? Nope. Should there be piercings in the character creation for future Elder Scrolls games? I think so, yeah. I think, yeah, like the Elder Scrolls Online, the way that's done really, really well. Yeah, I feel like there should be some more piercing stuff. I mean, in terms of creating it, like for the developers, surely that's not much work. Putting a silver dot on someone's nose or something like that. First of all, I love your hair so much. Thank you very much. Teach me how to do that hairstyle, please. Put the hair on top of your head up in a bun, and then plait the 2 sides that's left, and then sleep on it for about a week straight, and then you'll end up with my hair. Do you think you'll ever do a Skyrim CCC on Solstheim? Yes, I will. And I'm actually, that's probably, as that dude asked before, how do I choose which videos I'm gonna make a video on? Well, that's what I want to do most at the moment, is the Solstheim CCC. So it's probably going to be done, hopefully before March. Yeah, in the 2 weeks when I get back. And would there ever be enough to go? Oh yeah, it's probably going to be the biggest CCC ever that will ever exist. Lastly, except for the Fallout ones, but in Skyrim, Solstheim will probably be the biggest CCC. Lastly, you're amazing and keep up the good work, Camel. Thank you very much. I appreciate that, Gabrielle. What would you do if you were a woman for a day? Try and get pregnant and then see if I stayed pregnant, and then regret it greatly. Have you ever thought about doing a Fallout 3 detective/lore series? Yes, definitely. I do have a Fallout detective series. I've done 2 videos in it. And I don't know why, but the videos, they weren't received badly, but they got like almost no views, and they took fucking ages to make too. This is my job, and I put like a week into one thing that just gets no return. It's a bit like, that's just a terrible business idea. I don't want to say it's all about the views, but there's definitely a balance. Again, when it's my job, it's like, if I don't get views, I don't get paid, basically. I don't get to pay my bills. I don't get to ever, blah, blah, blah. So there is definitely a balance between me being really interested in the content, and also I think this will be received really well and get a lot of views. But yeah, I poured heaps into the Fallout Detective videos and basically just got nothing back, and was like, oh, I mean, they're fun to make, but it's like, well, I want to make Elder Scrolls ones because they're equally as fun to make, the same amount of time, but I get like 10 times a return. But I will get back to it. I will actually get back to the Fallout one, because there's a couple of videos where I think it will kind of be globally interesting, and maybe hopefully put that series on the map then, and we'll, get it in a better position. When are you making Fallout 4 Easter eggs video? In probably a long time. I'll probably do its DLCs first. For some reason, I'm obsessed with wanting to make a Nuka World Easter egg video at the moment, so I might do that. Is the continent of Lig part of the Elder Scrolls canon? I think so. It's not a continent per se. It's like a, how did you describe Lig? Lig is, oh man, it's like it's probably going to be so wrong, but it's like the opposite imprint of Nirn in the universe. So like an alternate reality. I think so. It's a weird. Lig's one of those things you read about and you go, what the fuck is that? Here we go. Lig, also known as the Adjacent Place, is a parallel version of Tamriel, which can only be reached by sliding sideways in some unusual manner, only being entered through its non-cardinal directions. The realm was said to have been created during a strange occurrence in which Nirn was folded up, with Tamriel leaving a klexographic imprint of itself in some unknown location, that being Lig. Everything vaguely associated with Tamriel is in turn related to Lig in some way. Lig is said by Vivek to be an illusion of the vocal or the middle realms of thought. Clearly, very simple stuff, very simple. But reading that, yes, Lig is canon, as Mankar Cameron was talking about and Vivek talks about it. And yeah, it's not part of Coda, if that's what you're wondering. If Bethesda Game Studios made an NPC based on you in the Elder Scrolls 6, what would it be? Daedra, a Skumid, I don't know. I don't know what it would be, but if they did do that, they made. Hey Camel, I've heard you talk about Warcraft before and was wondering if you'd ever consider doing some lore vids based on the games. Also, I don't know what else to ask, so what is your favourite pie? Happy New Year's from Scotland. Oh, thank you. Favourite pie is probably a chicken pie from the Jindabyne pie shop, or the Robertson pie shop. They're delicious. And in terms of Warcraft content, I was actually talking to the guy in charge of Warcraft in Australia 2 days ago about this very topic. And the only things I've ever actually thought about doing and executing was Easter egg videos for World of Warcraft. But apart from that, I don't think I'd make lore videos. I like the Warcraft universe and stuff, but I'm not into the lore at all. I couldn't tell you anything about anyone, basically. Like random fragments here and there, but, a 40-minute video on Illidan, I wouldn't know what I'm talking about. Are you going to play Kingdom Come Deliverance? It looks like a really interesting and cool RPG. Also, how old are you? Love your vids. Thanks. I turned 26 yesterday, so happy birthday to me. Kingdom Come Deliverance, I don't know. I'll probably play it. I'll probably try it out, see what's going on, but some dear friends of mine said it's terrible. They're like, this is just shit. The combat looks really weird. Dude, it's realistic. I'm like, that's not necessarily good. And I also am a sucker for magic and big glowing mushrooms and cool fantasy shit like that. And I know that this is like a realistic medieval game, so there's no magic or dragons or anything. It's just like The Witcher with all the cool shit sucked out, is basically what I'm thinking. Telstra or Optus? Latsky. Telstra. Telstra own towers. I don't think they own all the towers, but they own a lot of the towers that other mobile companies then hire from them. So of course, Telstra's signal get priority over the other ones. So you can usually get reception with Telstra where you can't get reception with other people. You need to Twitch stream more. Would happily sub. Thank you very much. I do want to start Twitch streaming. I did Generosity, which is an 84-hour stream where they basically get a bunch of different gaming personalities on and raise money for Checkpoint, which is a charity that helps mental health within the gaming community. But my friend Matt and I went on there. That was good fun, but it was all, you know, streamed on Twitch, and afterwards they were like, dude, you need to stream more. I was like, well, that's good. It's good that people from Twitch are telling me I need to stream more. But the biggest thing in the moment is my internet cannot handle it. If I upload a 10-minute video, it takes about 12 hours, right? As a comparison, we're at the hotel at E3 in America, an 8-minute video took about 3 minutes to upload. Like, we're talking hundreds and hundreds of times in internet speed difference. So at the moment, I can't. Sometimes I go on Facebook, click on a picture, and it takes like a minute to load a picture. It's like, what the how? And that's download speed too, where the upload speed's like 10 times slower, maybe? I don't know. But yeah, my internet at the moment's terrible. Australia's government is rolling out this thing called NBN, the National Broadband Network, and it's being executed terribly. And you know, we were meant to get it ages ago, and it's like a year late. And I'm pretty sure they said it's coming middle of this year. They'll probably push it back again. Either that or I become rich suddenly and I'll buy a house with NBN. So yes, I do want a Twitch stream. It's just not possible right now. Cats or dogs, my man? I have nothing against dogs, but cats. I've always had cats. I like cats. I can pat cats and not have smelly hands. I've never seen a cat poo in my life. It goes outside, it comes back, it's done. And also, smelly dogs are the bane of my existence. Hey puppy, then you're like, my hand stink. That's the metal monster again, he's back! I watched this video twice purely for the Post Malone reference. Out of all the Elder Scrolls games, which character would you like to return in the Elder Scrolls 6? Player characters included. Okay, I don't think we'll ever see any of the player characters again because, say the Nerevarine comes back and it's a Dark Elf, then most players wouldn't have chosen Dark Elf, so they're like, but my Nerevarine was a Khajiit, so the lore's conflicting. Yeah, so because of that, I don't think we'll see any characters we played, except for the Champion of Cyrodiil, whatever that dude was called. The guy who played in Oblivion. I don't know if it's actually confirmed, but I'm pretty sure he became Sheogorath. So Sheogorath in Skyrim is actually the character you played in Oblivion. But I would like to see Yagrum Bagan come back, and I would also like to see Devaith Fia and his 4 wife-daughter clone things come back. I'd like to see Vivek come back as well, actually. I wonder if Manamako will ever come back. That'd be interesting. Anyway, I found Shady Sam on the other day when I was playing Skyrim. You found him in Dawnstar, and yes, it's from a mod. He's not actually in Skyrim. I think it's a mod called Alternate Starts or something. But yeah, I read about it because a lot of people kept telling me that, like, dude, you know Shady Sam's in Dawnstar? And I looked it up, and it's a mod that adds it in. What type of game do you think Bethesda's new IP will be? I would really like to play an open world RPG like the Elder Scrolls or Fallout, but in a completely new setting, like taking place at some point during world history. Really? Actually, I mean, if they did do that, I would be like, great, a new game. But anyway, what type of game do I want them to make? I want them to make the kind of games they're famous for making and famous for winning game awards for. Big, massive, open world, go anywhere you want, do whatever you want. Unique items, cool hidden things. It basically just wants Skyrim, except not in the Elder Scrolls or Fallout. And they will also be the 2 new IPs as we discussed earlier in the video. Repeats like 5 of the exact question and ignores mine. Do you watch Just Red's videos? She does a lot of great Morrowind guides. I don't really watch any. I try and actually avoid watching other YouTubers. Actually, that's not true. I try and avoid watching other YouTubers that make similar content to myself, because I don't want to watch someone's video and then be like, I'm gonna make this exact same video. So yeah, I really avoid it just for peace of mind and, you know, sleeping at night. And the final question, better hot than cold though? I'd rather be in Australia. Nope. No, I don't know. This theory is ridiculous to me. So when it's hot and it gets really hot and it gets to the point where you're naked and you're like, I'm still so hot, I feel ill. You can't do anything beyond that point. You can't take more clothes off. However, if it's cold, you can put more layers on. The amount of times I'm sitting here and going, I'm super hot and I know there's nothing I can do. Whereas when I'm like, oh, it's super cold, but jumper, what was that? Ski pants. Oh, sorted. All right, that's for that, if you know what I'm saying. So thank you very much for the questions. If you do have any questions you want me to answer, Oh, what the fuck is that? Oh no, it's fine. Yeah, ask them in the comments down below. And in case you're wondering why I never answer your question, I'll usually go for questions that I haven't had before, or you know, there's 20 people that have asked the same question, I'll answer one of them once rather than answering all 20 clearly. So thanks for watching. Hopefully I'll have another video after this one, which would be really cool, and you should definitely get on it. And yeah, I'll be back on the 15th. Probably no new content till like the 17th, 18th. But yeah, I've got basically, I want to get all of Skyrim's guides done before E3 this year. Sounds easier said than done, and I'm keen to do it when I say it, and in practice it's very difficult. It's very hard to consistently make videos daily. Well, it's hard to make my videos daily because there's a lot of editing. I take a lot of time with cinematic shots and shit like that. Again, it's finding a balance. It's finding like, I could work on this for 10 days or I could have a product that's 98% as good, but work on it for one day kind of thing. So gotta find that balance, and that's basically my plan. There'll be stuff peppered in between, but I want to get all the Skyrim stuff done before E3 in case Bethesda Game Studios announces something. And of course, once they announce something, then everything's going to be about that new game. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the 16th-ish or the 17th-ish. Goodbye. Thanks for watching. I'll see you later.